Okay, fine. So I'm going to start today offset and choose.
Gaurav, I want you to explain about XLOOKUP one more time.
End of the session we'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll start this offset choose indirect. Okay.
Okay.
So now offset is the biggest function in Excel. Okay. And it creates a range. So there are some functionality. It might not work for you as of now because you are in 2013, but I will tell you how to implement that. Okay. So I am saying here is equal to offset. So you can see return the reference to a range that given number of rows and column from a given reference. So it is asking for a reference. So till now we have seen about VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index, XLOOKUP with match function. Today we will see offset how it is going to work. Just one implementation. So this is a reference. So reference, whenever we are saying, I will be selecting always from my table first cell. Okay, comma. Now it is row number and column number. So row number and column number. So I am saying this January is in which row? So it is second row and second column. Enter. Now you can see this is the wrong result. This value has come here. So we don't want it that. So generally what happens in offset, it is starting with 0. So this is first row and first column. Now you can see the result is correct, right? So in offset, the first cell which you have, that is considering as a 0. You can say this is 0 and this will be 1 and this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 2. Got this point?
Yeah.
Okay. So offset start from 0. Okay. So now I'm deleting this one comma row and column place and I'm going to use the match function. So match for one match is for row. So I will freeze the column single array freeze comma 0 comma match this value freeze. So I hope that you are aware of it, the match function. So generally you can see all the matches we start with this month cell, but now we are starting with second cell as this will start from 1 comma 1. That's the reason. So in offset, now you can see when I'm dragging it, we get the entire data. Okay. So when we get this entire data, you will see.
Gaurav, no, just
yeah.
Gaurav, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just want to understand. Is it similar to VLOOKUP itself? Like, no,
it is.
I guess it's kind of VLOOKUP, right?
It is kind of VLOOKUP. That's why I said offset is the biggest function in Excel. Unless I explain you completely, you will not get to know. It creates a range.
Okay, fine,
offset
no problem.
Creates a range. Offset creates a range. It is not similar to VLOOKUP. Okay. So now you can see you are getting this entire table. You will say, oh, what is the use of it? Same thing we can get with VLOOKUP also, index also, XLOOKUP also, HLOOKUP also. Then what is the use of it? So as I said, offset is the biggest function in Excel. So we will see the next how it is different. Okay. So do you know about data validation? What is data validation? Anything you are aware of it? What is data validation? Yeah.
Sorry, no, data validation is nothing but no. Whenever we have like for example, I1 we have month section, right? So if we give the data validation here, no, if we instead of like having data in second column,
So
we
this
can
is
give,
like it works as a drop
kind
down.
of filter. Yeah, drop down.
So data validation is not only drop down, it is restriction. You are restricting in a particular cell. Suppose this is the cell. I'm going for data and I'm going for data validation. You can see here data validation is there. So you are saying it is any value in general. No, I'm saying I'm restricting this cell. It should accept only between 100 to 500 value. Okay. So now this is restricted. If I say 444, it will not let me complete. If I say 123, it will accept. But if I say 99, it will not accept. So data validation
Okay, fine.
understanding is as simple it is restriction. You restrict the cell accepting your desirable value. Suppose now, as you said, drop down, yeah, that is also into data validation. You go to data validation, and here now, as I have selected list, whole number, you can select here list also.
List.
Select a list,
Yes.
and then you can say this is about the data validation, which is, as you said, drop down. So this is a one kind of data validation. So
Okay, it's kind of like whenever we apply in a company website our details, like we will have some these kind of things. Same thing, right?
that is data validation. That is data validation. It means you cannot give anything as an input. When I'm asking you, you give me the input of that particular reason from that particular syntax. You should give me that value. Suppose if I'm expecting date, so you can't type their mobile number. So that is restriction. Okay. Fine. Understood about data validation?
Yes, yes, got it.
Okay. So now,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
understood.
Okay. So now we'll see about offset. I'm taking reference, which is
Okay.
first cell from the table, comma, match. I'm saying this is match, this is
So
value.
we need to freeze the entire entire
Right.
column and row.
Yeah. No, entire I'm doing because I'm talking about one. When I try to drag, when I try to change, then we will go for partial freezing as we have seen previous sessions. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Now you can see array, which I'm selecting this. Obviously, this has to complete freeze, comma 0, comma. Now column number. So column number, as you can see, only here the row match is available. The column match I have not given here, and I'm not going to give here. So I'm saying column number 1. It means get me only first column data. So now you can see, as soon as you drag or as soon as you change this April to
Okay, fine.
you can see it is changing. But this also it is possible with VLOOKUP and index. Okay.
In
But
VLOOKUP
how,
also it can be possible, right?
yeah, it is possible. But what is the difference?
Okay.
Now I will tell you. So the major difference. Now you please focus here. So this is the main difference. So I'm saying offset reference. So now I'm saying
Okay.
match. So this is my complete fees lookup array, comma 0, comma. So now you can see column number. So column number 1, as there is a no column match. Now you can see these two things make difference. These two things make unique offset. So you can see what it is asking.
Height.
Height, and second one is width. So height means your
As well as
total
width.
height. Yeah, height and is your total height. So as I said, this is 0. So total height will be 12, right? And width will be 5.
And
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, Gaur, I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. What is total width 12 means? Okay. Now from
Column
rows, we are counting 12,
height. Rows is height and width
I
is
guess.
column. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So now when I'm saying
Okay.
enter, so you can see what I'm getting it. I'm getting one table, right?
Yes, yes.
But for
Yeah.
you it will be error. As I'm using 2019 and it is array function. So no need to worry. We will not think about that.
Okay, fine.
What we will do, we will give here sum. Okay, and check. So what it is coming, there is a sum number, right? Okay, let's take the sum of it. This is just for checking purpose. This is not how we implement. Now you can see both the number are same, right?
Yeah.
So you can see this offset function. This offset function is returning us. Yeah, because of this. So this offset function is going to return us a range, and this is only offset function used. It can return you a range. it can create a range using function. You don't have any function which creates a range. You have only this function. Now you can see if I'm changing to Feb, then you can see Feb to then March. You can see, right? The table which I am getting.
Yes.
Right? So this is only offset. Offset is going to create the range. So I will make some little change on that same. I am saying height as a 1 and width as a 5. Okay. So you can see what is happening now. It is giving a result of only Jan total.
Yes.
Because height is 1, width is 5. Height is 1, width is 5. Now if I am changing to this Feb, now you can see what you are getting. Only Feb sum. Right?
February.
But why do we need the sum? Okay, we don't require sum. This is just for explanation purpose to check whether, yeah, what result we are getting, whether range is correct or not. Okay. Suppose now you understand, we have a requirement for each month. We need individual chart. How many chart you need to insert? If I say for each month we need individual chart, how many chart we need to insert?
We need to insert 5.
12.
12 chart. No, for each month I'm saying.
Each month.
Okay,
12.
fine. If it is for each month, it will be having 12.
12, right? Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm copying this function. Okay. Without sum. Remember that you have to copy this function without sum. Okay. If you wanted, you can note it also. Anyhow, I will give you today's session. I will give you the YouTube link. If you face any issue, you can find it out there as well. So copy
Okay, fine.
this function without sum. Okay, so I've copied that. Now come to this formula tab, and here you have name manager. Click on the name manager. Okay, if anything is there, you will delete because it was the previous one. So create the new. Now you can see it is asking you a name. See this, this is our main key point. So name. So name is what? It can be anything, but not the exact function. So I am saying test. Test is my unique name for a range. And here you can see there is a refers to, at this place, paste the function as it is. Paste the function as it is. And I'm saying okay, close. Now you can see if I'm using sum of test, you can see result is same, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Right? Okay. Fine. Okay. So now understand, this is my one range I have created, which that is called as a test. Okay. Now we'll try to insert a chart. So we'll come to insert. Here you can see there is a different chart. So I can take this or anything, whatever you wanted. So I'm taking as a bar chart. And I'm saying now, you can see it is empty. If suppose if it is not empty, then go for right click, select data, and remove if you have anything. Click on remove if you have anything. This has to be blank only. Before going for the further process, it has to be blank. If it is not, then go to this select data and remove everything and say okay. So again it will be empty. Now right click on that, go to select data. Now you can see if nothing is there, then go to this add. You can see this, right? Add.
Yes.
So now click on add. You can see this is asking for series name. So series name is data validation cell. The drop down from where my function is belongs to. The drop down from my where my function is belongs to. Okay. And the series value. Series value is on. Click on the seed tab. Click on the seed tab, and the function name what we have defined. We have defined a function, right, in name manager.
Yeah.
Test, right? Test. We have defined this.
Okay.
So say okay. You can see we are getting a chart, but one problem which we are facing here, it is coming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But for January it is amount 1, amount 2, amount 3, right? So you can see the 5 values are here. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click on edit and here select. Okay. I'm saying okay. Now you can see, now whenever I change this drop down, you can see my chart is changing because my data will be changing because the range is dynamic, and where we have defined the range, it is on formula tab, and here you can see name manager. When I'm clicking on edit or something, you can see this is the function which I have copied from the offset. You can see here. So due to this offset function, my range became dynamic. So this is the main use of offset. Offset can create a dynamic range.
Okay, Gaurav, can you explain me about test function once again,
Yeah.
please?
So
I
now
believe,
copy
I guess
this
it's
function.
quite,
Pardon?
I guess it's quite complicated, Gaurav.
Yeah, that's why I am going to whatever the session now I am taking, right? I am
Okay.
going to send you the YouTube link for the same. What I'm going to take the session. So I'm going to take.
So was it done by you itself?
Yeah, yeah, the same thing. I'm recording this one.
Okay, fine, no problem.
So, so copy this, okay, and go to this formula tab and name manager. And here you can create a new, write some name and paste the function. As you can see, we have this over here. Okay. So anyhow, you take. I will share it to you anyhow. You see 1-2 times that video. Try it. If you're not getting it, we'll have one.
Sure, sure.
Okay. We'll have one more session for that. Okay.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So it is little complicated reason. This is the biggest function in Excel, and few people only know how to work with it. So it may take little 1-2 days to you to understand how it is working. But only one thing remember it is to create the dynamic range. Okay, fine. Now,
So instead of creating 12 charts, we can see all charts in one single drop down.
right.
Yes.
Okay. It is just one example for the chart. So now, similar way you can try for like some account, max, mean, anything you can try for. Okay. Now you see I have 3 seats, right? You can see this is 2015, 2016 and 2017. I have 3 seats, different seats. My requirement is what? When I say here 2015, then I wanted 2015 data. When I say here 2016, I wanted 2016. When I say there 2017, I wanted 2017 data. Okay. So for this, we don't have any specific function which can move into the seats. Okay. So there is a little tricky function over here. So that is called as a choose. Very simple function. This is choose. I hope you will understand. So now whatever offset and all is there, no, forgot for a while. Don't remember that because that make you here complicated. So don't remember. Just look it over here. So choose. So let's read here what it's saying. Choose a value or action to perform a list of values. It is saying that choose a value or action, perform a list of value based on the index number. So now it is asking first for index number. So I'm saying index number as a 1. I'll start with 1. Then you can see the value 1 it is asking. So I'm saying value 1 as a Ali, value 2 as a Zene, value 3 as a Excel, value 4 as a test. Okay. Now when I say I'm saying enter, what it is coming?
Ali.
Because this is 1. If I say here 2, then what it will come?
Jene.
Right? Okay. Understood. This function is clear.
Yeah.
As for the index, it is going to
Yeah,
print.
this function.
Okay. So now what I will do, I will think if I will get the position, suppose I'm saying is equal to match, and this is my lookup value, comma, this is my range. and this is 0. So if I'm saying 2015 means 1, 16 means 2, 17 means 3, right?
Yeah.
Right? This is using match we are getting, as we have earlier discussed the match function. Match will give us the position. So now using same function I will try to implement choose. So let's see, I'm saying is equal to choose. Okay. So index number I'm saying match. So this is my lookup value, please single array please comma 0 comma. Now you can see it is asking for value 1. So if it is 1, then what you wanted? 2015 data, right? If match is 1, then we have to select 2015 data, because match 1 means 2015 as we have defined.
Correct.
I will come to this 2015 sheet and I will just select the data. Nothing to do, just select the data. Okay. So now you can see value 1 position is done, right, with 2015 data. Value 2 will come to 2016 sheet and select the data. You can see there is a no function and all in that. Just we are selecting the seeds. In the 2007 value 3 position, come to the 2017 sheet and select the data. Now you say I'm saying enter. Now you can see we are getting, right,
Yeah.
due to this. This is returning, this match is returning as 1, 2, 3, and if it is 1, then 15 data, 2 then 16 data, and 3 then 17 data. So there is a no function, there is a no lookup function, and it is not depending on these. It is just taking cell by cell. A1 cell means A1 cell value, B1 cell means B1 cell value. Okay.
Okay.
So this majorly it will help you to, when you are there on the final report and you have 2, 3 similar kind of data and you are representing on dashboard, then it will help. So suppose for this also we can able to insert the chart. This is called tree map. Now you can see when I'm there, as you know, right? When you change the data, if data is changing, then chart will change. So there is no other function for this. Okay. Fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gaurav, can you close this map?
Which one?
Close this map.
Okay.
So no, here you can see one, no. So
Yeah.
here, which ones we have used match function?
Match function. Match only give us position. Match only can give us position. So this is not, I'm not using this function anywhere directly. If you wanted, you can select this cell. But here I have directly implemented the match function.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. The last function which is we have, that is called indirect. Okay. So suppose indirect means what? Suppose you can see there's a A1, B, B3, 1, B5, corner 1, 2, 3, B34, B5, B6. So what is these allowed? Just a text, right?
Text and numbers.
Just a text, right? These are just a text or number or whatever you say, right?
Yes.
But when you say indirect, so what indirect it's saying, what it's saying?
Return the reference
Return
specified
the
by
reference specified by a text string.
Right. So suppose if it is saying this A1, okay, A1 means what? It will take as a A1 cell. A1 cell, what is there?
A1 cell
Month.
month.
Right. Now let me drag it. You can see there's a few place error is coming, right? Where we are getting error? Because we cannot be cell. Cell is combination of the row and column. Where row column is there, you can see there's no error. You can see that value But where only row or only column are there, that all are error. Getting this? From text, it is taking as a cell value. V cannot be a cell, only V. V cell means what? V can be column, but V is not a cell. Gaurav is not a cell, but A1,
Yes.
Correct.
A1, this is a cell,
It's a cell.
right?
So here instead of January, if we put Gaurav, so that number will come, right?
Right?
Exact.
No.
Okay.
Cell, A1 cell. Now here, if you, behalf of this, if you are writing here A5, then you can see A5, what is the value?
April.
Right?
50094.
No, A5, that is B5. Okay?
Okay, April.
So now, understand, I'm using a sum function. This is my total for what? January to December, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, I will freeze this. So this is January to December sum, right? This is what? This is February to December, and this is March to December, right? This is correct, no? This is Jan to
Yes.
December. Jan to December. Feb to December. And this is March to December, right? Correct? So now you understand in this, you can see the columns are same. You can see B2, B3, B4, and here B13, B13, B13. So B13 is constant as of now we are understanding. B13 is constant, that is not going to change. And B is also not going to change. Only thing what is changing? 2, 3, 4. It means row number. And as we remember, match can give us position. So I'm using this is match. This is my lookup value. Freeze, single array, freeze, comma 0. Now you can see April is in which row? April is in which row?
A5.
Row I am asking, not
5.
Fifth row.
fifth row. Now when I say January, then January is
Yeah,
in
fifth row.
January is in which row?
Second row.
Right,
Second row.
second row. Okay. So we are getting this 2. So now what I will do, I will try to create a cell. See, B is constant and 2 is changing as per data validation. So I am saying B and 2, right? January is in which cell? B2 cell, right? Now when I change, then February value is in
Yes.
B3 cell. Okay. Now let's come back to January only. Okay. Now what I will do, I will try to create a range. So when I am creating the range, I am saying freeze this and double quotes column and then B13. Now you can see it is coming in the cell view, right? B2 to B13. Now you can see Feb means B3 to B13. April means B5 to B13. Just a concatenate, jointing. I am doing AND function to join. If you take the sum of this, it will be 0. Why it is 0? Because this is text. But if you take sum indirect of, then you can see you will get a result. Right? So now you can see B2 to B14, January to December sum. Now February to December sum, March to December sum, May to December sum. Okay? Got it? Indirect, it will take indirectly cell value. Okay? Hello?
Yeah, Gaurav.
Yeah, there, right? Okay. Got it? If I
Yeah,
Nice.
got it.
take
Right,
generally,
Gaurav.
suppose if I take generally this B1 to B2 to B30, okay, it will be 0. If you are taking sum, it will be 0. But if you say sum of that, sum indirect of that, then it is going to work. It means from the text it is creating a cell. Similar to that, you have one more function, address, but these two functions are very small function, but this will work when you are throwing VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index and all, then you can able to use this. Address, I am saying row number 1, column number 1. So what it is coming here? A1, right? So I can say address, I am saying row number row A1 and column number column A1. So now you can see I am going to get the cell value like cells, and as you know, indirect function will give indirectly the cell values. I am using indirect. You can see without copying and pasting we are getting entire table data, right?
Yes.
So this is address. Okay.